Hey, Shira Lazar for What's Trending. Right now, I'm talking on Skype with Shawn and Colleen Lippert in Windsor, Ontario, newlyweds whose wedding video recently went viral. Hey, guys. How are you?
Hi.
A big
Good.
24 hours for you two.
Yeah, it's been pretty nuts.
Yeah, so describe this video and how you organized it for a year or so, Shawn.
Well, Gavin Booth, he's a filmmaker and he's a friend of mine, and I told him what I was going to do, and he said I was absolutely nuts. And he said if it either goes great or goes horribly wrong, he's going to have the best clip ever. And so he put it together for us, and he documented exactly the way that I had envisioned it in my head.
What did you envision in your head?
Well, I mean, I wrote it out like a story, and her favorite movie is the Princess Bride. And so when he says, as you wish, I was doing the same thing with her, asking her questions over a whole entire year of like, what would you want at your perfect wedding, you know? And she would tell me and I'd write it down. And then when I put it together, I made it like the ceremony, the proposal, and then the party, like in a 3-part play.
But the big thing is you hadn't even asked her yet to marry you, and this whole video was hoping she would say yes.
Well, technically that's not true because I gave her the worst proposal ever because we were going to elope. We were going to get actually married on September 10th and then have a big barbecue on September 17th and surprise everybody and say, hey, surprise, we got married. But I just kind of put it 1 month ahead. And so she knew everything but didn't know.
Well, Colleen, that's pretty gutsy of him, isn't it?
It's kind of expected from Shawn to.
Well, what was your reaction when you came there and you saw all of this?
She started swearing.
Apparently I swear when I'm excited and nervous. I don't know, it just kind of, I didn't really know what was happening, and then he proposed and I was like, oh, he's gonna propose like for real, like this is gonna be really, really nice. And then he's like, no, you're getting married. And I'm like, it was total confusion. I'm like, now, like today? And he's like, yeah, today. So I'm like, what about my dress? Because like I thought we were getting married in September. So I literally like a week ago just got my dress altered. So I'm like, it's still at the shop. Like I'm like freaking out. And he's like, no, it's here. And he's like, your whole dresser's here. Like your whole bedroom set's here. Like everything you need is here. And I kept like, luckily my sisters were there to like calm me down a little bit. But I'm like, what about my earrings? What about this dress? What about like all these things I picked out? And it was like all laid out for me. They were like anything I possibly could imagine.
Literally that morning, I was like, hey, when we get married, like, what kind of earrings are you going to have on that? And she was like, oh, there are these ones right here. And I was like, check.
Colleen, were you ready to kill him when you saw all this going down?
No, you know what? I was just so happy because like I thought a month from now we were getting married, and I was starting to get really stressed out. Like, oh my gosh, what if it rains? Oh my gosh, what if this happens? What if that happens? And then all of a sudden he's like, no, we're getting married today. I had no time to think about it, to worry about it. My job was to enjoy, and that's exactly what I did.
Definitely. Did you know he was shooting all this for YouTube?
Well, every time I see Gavin, I pretty much
Gavin
expect.
shoots everything for YouTube. Gavin's whole life on YouTube. HowManyDays.ca is his life.
So did you think this was going to go viral, or was this just a fun thing that you were going to share with your family?
Well, everybody was kind of upset because they couldn't see the proposal because I had to hide them all inside the venue. So we set up OperationWhiteCake.com just to kind of let everybody in that was there. And we knew it would be on YouTube. I mean, it goes public. There's a possibility, and you have it in the back of your mind. But this stuff, this is nuts.
Yeah.
It definitely is. Well, what's the future for you two? Are you going to surprise him with a kid now?
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for everything. Best of luck to you two. I hope you at least enjoy some sort of honeymoon after all these interviews. Of course, for more of What's Trending, go to our site, whatstrending.com.